I'm Chris Voss here from thechrisvossshow.com, thechrisvossshow.com. I'm here at the Qualcomm Snapdragon booth at E3 show, and we're hanging out. And tell us who you are and what you do.
Yeah, my name is Raj Tillery. I'm Senior Vice President of Product Management, and I'm with Qualcomm, based in San Diego. And we're here at E3 showing our latest Snapdragon products and talking about what's new in gaming on Snapdragon.
Cool. Now, we know the Snapdragon's in a lot of Android phones nowadays. In fact, all the latest, hottest phones seem to have them.
Yeah.
So what's the big promotion for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a really exciting year so far with the Snapdragon. Even, in fact, starting late last year, pretty much all the top-end phones, including the HTC One and Samsung Galaxy S4, the Nexus, LG Optimus Pro, Sony Xperia Z, all of them use the Snapdragon 600 now.
Yeah.
And at this show, actually, Verizon just launched the Galaxy S4.
Oh, wow.
On
That's
Snapdragon
right.
also. So it's been on the other carriers just for a few weeks. It's really exciting times. And one of the big things is, particularly at this show, is gaming on Snapdragon. We make our own CPUs, make our own GPUs, the graphics engine. So the combination of that lets users really play, console-class games on their mobile phone. Particularly with all the new phones I'm talking about, they're all like, most of them are HD, 1080p screens. So we are now pushing a lot of pixels onto that screen and getting those gameplay to be really smooth and almost 60 frames per second in many cases. So we're really excited by that. We're showing a whole bunch of that here.
What most people don't realize is the processor is one of the core things that makes the huge difference in your cell phone speed, how well it does everything, how well it serves up apps, how well it takes pictures.
Right.
It's the brain that controls everything.
Right. So maybe say a little bit about Snapdragon. So if you look inside the phone, there's probably three big components, that control your phone experience. One is the apps processor. The other is the modem that connects to the network and gets you that high-speed connectivity. The Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, FM, and all those other connectivity components. Snapdragon is a platform that combines all of them into one chip and few component chips next to them to provide the other pieces. So at Qualcomm, we basically make everything that's inside the phone, and that dictates pretty much how your phone feels, whether it feels fast, how is it connected to the network, what kind of gameplay you get, what kind of camera experience you get when you take pictures, when you listen to music, how does that sound, a lot of that. And talking about music and sound, we're actually really excited also to be showing our next generation processor, which is the Snapdragon 800.
Wow.
Which we've announced at CES. A few partners have announced products with it, but no products are out there yet.
Yeah.
The products are going to come in later half of this year.
Yeah.
But we actually have built some reference platforms of what products would be able to do with Snapdragon 800. And we're showing a bunch of that here at the booth.
Yeah.
And one of the things we're showing is in this Snapdragon Theater, we actually built a home theater experience here because the Snapdragon 800 has the capability to play back 4K video. This is 4 times
4K,
HD.
wow.
4 times HD.
Yeah, that's a lot of that's a lot of processing.
That's a lot of processing that we do.
Yeah.
And the other thing we've done is, since 4K content is still not quite there yet, we thought we will help the users create that content. So the Snapdragon 800 has also the capability of recording in 4K.
Wow.
So you can actually use it as a camcorder.
Wow.
So I know you're shooting probably with a 1080p, but the next ones are all 4K camcorders that we're building on your phone.
That's crazy.
And so the combination of those two gives you this great home theater experience.
Yeah.
And one thing is, the experience is great when you see this beautiful video, but then you need sound to go with it. So one thing we've done in the Snapdragon 800 is also added the capability to play back, Dolby and DTS 7.1 surround.
Wow. So
in the theater, we're actually showing some new footage from Pacific Rim with full high-quality video and 7.1 sound. We're also showing some 4K video. So it's really a great experience, and it's been a big hit at the show. And being at E3, one thing that we did is we thought, what would it be like if we see games in 4K?
Yeah.
So we're actually showing a little bit of a content of a game in 4K with surround audio. It looks fantastic.
I want to see that. That sounds awesome because I love 4K. I love just big screen, lots of pixels. So I'm really excited about 4K. I can't wait till it gets cheaper. So, we've got a 1.7 gigahertz processor with the HTC One. The S4 has got a 1.9 gigahertz processor into the Snapdragon. can you tell us what the next 1.G or 2.G gigahertz level is going to be?
The 800 actually we announced will run up to 2.3.
Wow.
4 of them. There are actually 4 processors.
And that's a 4-core processor.
Right?
Wow.
Plus the GPU that we put in there is much higher performance than the current one.
Wow.
So we can drive a lot more pixels. The displays we can drive are much higher resolution. We actually put in 2 camera engines, so you can take pictures of the front camera and the back camera at the same time.
Yeah.
And we put in an LTE new generation modem, which has the ability to go up to 150 megabits per second. So you can actually record 4K video and ship it over the network, or decode 4K video.
So it may be a year or two before we have phones that shoot 4K. Maybe, you think?
I'm hoping.
I know my GoPro could do it.
I'm glad you mentioned that. We're expecting the phones to be in the next. There's a whole bunch of 800 phones coming. Some later this year, some early next year. Some of them will have 4K.
Wow.
Interesting you mentioned GoPro. GoPro takes great pictures, but it does 4K 15.
Yeah.
The Snapdragon 800 does 4K 30.
Yeah.
But actually 2 times the performance of the GoPro processor in a mobile phone.
Wow.
We're really excited by that.
Wow. So it's going to be awesome. But basically when you buy a phone, you really need to look at what the processor speed is in it. That's what I always tell everybody when we review products and compare them. And that's what really makes a difference to me in the quality of a phone is the speed. Because even if you got crappy apps, like for a while there, the Facebook app was a little draggy. I would notice that with higher processor speeds with the Snapdragon, I would get still faster response, even when their app was a little lame.
That's right.
And just everything's faster. And sounds like it's going to keep getting faster with Snapdragon.
Exactly. I think the main things you want to look for when you buy a phone is one is the processor speed. Not only the processor speed, which actually does matter in terms of gigahertz and number of cores, but also what kind of GPU it has, what kind of camera it has, what kind of audio that it has. Because inside the phone, inside Snapdragon, there are many components, not just the processor. Processor is a very important part, but we integrate all of them. So that's what really want to look for. Actually, we just want to make the message simple. If you want to buy your next phone, make sure it's got Snapdragon in it and you have a good experience, right?
So the best thing to do is go to the Qualcomm.com website. Is there one for Snapdragon specifically, or just go to Qualcomm?
You can go to Qualcomm website. You can go to Snapdragon.com. I think you'll find
you guys have a Snapdragon.com then?
It'll all, I believe that's true, but if you go to Qualcomm and type Snapdragon,
if you're going to spend $600-700 for a phone, make sure you got a good processor. So thanks for spending some time with us today. Be sure to check it out, and be sure to check into the ChrisVossShow.com and go to Qualcomm.com, or check them out at Qualcomm on Twitter, and you can go to Snapdragon. Learn more about what's in your phone so that you make good purchasing decisions, and keep watching. Thanks for coming by. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.